One of the most pristine settings in all of sports. In the shadows of the San Gabriels, the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. It will come alive when the powder blue-clad fans start the 8-clap and UCLA, ready to roll. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Michigan State Spartans taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the UCLA Bruins. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Michigan State's offense will get the first possession of the game. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold, open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Off the play fake on first down. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Grab behind the line. It's Robbins. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking for a man. It's Jolly. Finds his big tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Spartans racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Firing to the right, complete.
And I love QBs that understand when they need to put some extra sauce on the football. You see your guys sit down in the zone, running a curl, boom, fire that puppy to him, get it on him now so he can catch it before he gets destroyed. Nice job by the QB putting a little extra sauce on it.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Physical running style. Maybe the patron saint of that for Michigan State is T.J. Duckett.
Oh, the big fella. And that does. That reminds me of Michigan State football. That's who they are, right? The physicality. They're gonna be blue collar. They're gonna roll up their sleeves and make no.
He's loose. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he gets a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
They'll go to the ground. They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Let's it fly. Touchdown, Michigan State. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the UCLA Bruins offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Typically the last thing a deep... a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality. Let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. The give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding, offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw. He's going to take a shot. Holds it in on the left. Running toward the tape. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bruins. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Jolly. And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. And you know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack here early in the game.
And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the Spartans will hustle to the line.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They go to the draw. Quick with the spin move. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. He wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's Robbins.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. He's got it on the move. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Fires to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of Bruin passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterbacks looking sweet. McNown, DTR, looking the part, being the part.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver shows motion. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, UCLA!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab down the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Dropping back, it's Jolly. Coming after it. They're working that left side. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there. Pass interference penalty will cost the defense 15 and a first down for this offense. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. He'll come out throwing on first down. He got it. They will score. Touchdown, Spartans.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. UCLA will go back to work on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. You can't let our serve get broken.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bruins.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Here's the handoff. At the 40, there he goes. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw, it's Jolly. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. And you could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
Blasted as he lets it go. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And the Spartans will kick it away to start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down.
And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31. Ball at the 31, third and short coming, defense trying to rise up. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Makes the grab on the left.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. You know, I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He finds his man. Touchdown, UCLA! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Right back to the well. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Spartans want to crank the tempo. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Out of the backfield, he's open. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Finds his man. It's Best. Off he goes. Touchdown, Sparty. A great catch and run for 6. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Trying to escape and get it himself. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. And the Bruins decide to punt it away. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The hand to the running back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Jolly. Got his man quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Massey. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Throws to the wideout. Lost, the defense is wide open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Spartans are in the red zone. Leaves it with the back. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll keep it on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan State.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Handoff to the single running back. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Keeps the legs moving. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Reads it, fires complete. And he's running in the open. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win. Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. We're getting deep in the game, and this is for the lead. Just drives it between the uprights. That was a spontaneous combustion of a celebration on the sidelines, and wait to see what happens if they can hold on for a few more seconds. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking for a man. It's Jolly. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese? Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the